Welcome to today's lesson in physics. Today we are discussing a few problems from the exercises. Question 6.4. A rectangular wire loop of sides 8 cm and 2 cm with a small cut is moving out of a region of uniform magnetic field of magnitude 0.3 Tesla directed normal to the loop. What is the EMF developed across the cut if the velocity of the loop is 1 cm per second in a direction normal to the longer side and shorter side of the loop? For how long does the induced voltage last in this case, in each case? So in this question, we have a rectangular wire loop and normal to the plane of the loop, we have a magnetic field. So if we represent the loop like this, this is the loop, and we know it has a longer side and a shorter side. Longer side is 8 cm and shorter side is 2 cm. So this is the rectangular loop. This is 8 cm side and this is 2 cm side. Okay. Now, when it is so perpendicular to the plane, that means with the dots you can show the magnetic field. So when it is drawn out or dragged out of this magnetic field, so perpendicular to the longer side and perpendicular to the shorter side means perpendicular to the longer side means in this way it may be drawn. That means dragged out of the field. Perpendicular to the shorter side means in this way it may be dragged out of the field. Okay, and the speed with which it is taken out, it's given, that is 1 cm per second. And you are asked to find the induced EMF and how long does the induced voltage last in each case. So to find that how long does the induced voltage last, that means we have to find the time taken by the loop to completely cross that field region. So when it is that means dragged in a direction normal to the longer side, that means the distance traveled will be 2 cm. So 2 cm divided by that speed with which it is moved is 1 cm per second. So 2 cm, so that distance by speed will give you time. So in the first case, the time will be 2 cm by 1 cm per second, that is 2 seconds. In the second case, it is moved in this way. So the distance traveled is what, 8 cm, and the speed is again 1 cm per second. So finding the time, we will have 8 cm divided by 1 cm per second, that is 8 seconds. So in first case it is 2 seconds, that means 2 seconds. In the second case it is 8 seconds. On dragging the rectangular sheet, the induced EMF produced will be, we can see that the field I am showing with the dot perpendicular to the plane of the loop. So when it is dragged in this manner, okay, the EMF will be induced along longer sides, and when it is dragged in this way, the induced EMF will be produced in the shorter side. So in the first case, when it is dragged perpendicular to the longer side, in the equation BLV, length becomes 8 cm, and in the second case, when it is dragged perpendicular to the shorter side, there the length becomes 2 cm. Now substituting in the equation, in the first case we will get the induced EMF to be 0.3 into 0.08 into 0.01. Converting centimeter and centimeter per second to SI units, we have 2.4 into 10 raised to minus 4 volt. Time we have already discussed. And in the second case, when it is dragged perpendicular to the shorter side, it becomes 0.3 into 0.02 into 0.01, that is 0.6 into 10 raised to minus 4 volt, and the time, as I said, it is 8 seconds. Now coming to question 6.5. A 1 meter long metallic rod is rotated with an angular frequency of 400 radian per second about an axis normal to the rod passing through its one end. The other end of the rod is in contact with a circular metallic ring. A constant and uniform magnetic field of 0.5 Tesla parallel to the axis exists everywhere. Calculate the EMF developed between the center and the ring. Here we have to apply the equation which we obtained in one of the problems, and that equation is epsilon equal to half b r square omega, where the r, the radius, can be taken as the length of the conductor which is being rotated. So here length is given as 1 centimeter and omega is given 400 radian per second, and magnetic field is 0.5 Tesla, and the expression substituting in the equation we get induced EMF to be 100 volt. Now coming to question 6.6. A circular coil of radius 8 centimeter and 20 turns is rotated about its vertical diameter with an angular speed 50 radian per second in a uniform horizontal magnetic field of magnitude 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla. Obtain the maximum and average EMF induced in the coil. If the coil forms a closed loop of resistance 10 ohm, calculate the maximum value of current in the coil. Calculate the average power loss due to Joule heating. Where does this power come? So we have 3 or 4 sub questions to do. First question is to find the maximum and the average EMF induced in the coil. In this problem, the situation is similar to that of an AC generator. So here radius of the coil is given. From that we can find the area of the coil. So area A equal to pi r square, that is pi into 0.08 square meter square, and number of turns it's given 20. The angular speed is omega equal to 50 radian per second. Magnetic field strength B is 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 Tesla. Therefore, the induced EMF, the expression we know, it is N omega AB or NBA omega we have discussed. So, substituting in that expression, we get the maximum EMF to be 0.603 volt. So, that is the maximum EMF. Dividing it with resistance, we will get the maximum current. That maximum current will be 0.603 divided by the resistance. That resistance is we have 10, so 0.0603 ampere will be the current. Now average EMF is asked. We know the expression for induced EMF epsilon is equal to epsilon naught sine omega t. The sine function, it has an average value over a cycle, that is which is 0 because of the sine function. You know the minimum value of sine function is -1 and the maximum value is +1. So when we find the average, it becomes 0. So average value of the induced EMF is 0 over a cycle. Over a full cycle, average EMF induced in the coil is 0, and maximum current, as I said, it is 0.603 ampere. Now average power loss due to heating, it is not 0, that is half the product of induced EMF and current, that is P is equal to EI by 2, or it is 0.603 into 0.0603 by 2, that is 0.018 watt. So that is the average power loss due to Joule heating. Here the dissipated power is coming from the external rotor. External rotor means the external agency which rotates the coil. So dissipated power comes from the external rotor. Now coming to question 6.8. Current in a circuit falls from 5 ampere to 0 ampere in 0.1 second. If an average EMF of 200 volt is induced, give an estimate of the self-inductance of the circuit. So here the question is about self-inductance. We know the expression for induced EMF in terms of self-inductance to be E is equal to L into di by dt. This equation we are obtaining from the first expression, that is in inductance, self-inductance, we have N phi is equal to L into I. Okay, and that means by differentiating this expression or by using the concept that epsilon is equal to minus d by dt of N phi, that is epsilon is. So by substituting that here, we have epsilon is equal to L into di by dt. So in terms of self-inductance, the induced EMF is epsilon equal to L into di by dt. So here we are asked to find, in the question we are asked to find the self-inductance. So L is equal to E by di by dt. In the question, E is given to be 200 volt and di by dt we have to find. For that, the relevant data is given. Di, it is what, 5 minus 0, and dt is 0.1. So di by dt, it becomes 5 by 0.1, that is not 0.50 it is. So 200 by 50 will get 4 Henry. So the answer self-inductance is 4 Henry. Now coming to question 6.9. A pair of adjacent coils has a mutual inductance 1 Henry. If the current in one coil changes from 0 to 20 ampere in 0.5 seconds, what is the change of flux linkage with the other coil? So in this question, mutual inductance is given. Mutual inductance M is equal to 1.5 Henry, it is given. And current changes from 0 to 20 ampere in 0.5 seconds. So di is 20 ampere and dt is 0.5 second. You are asked to find the change of flux in the other coil. So here we have the expression N phi is equal to M into I. That's what we have the expression. So flux linkage, change in the flux linkage in the other coil. So we have d by dt of N phi. d by dt of N phi, that is equal to M into di by dt. As we discussed earlier, just to differentiate either side. This M into di by dt is equal to d by dt of N phi. You are asked to find the flux linkage, change in flux linkage. So dt get cancelled. So d by dt of N phi will be equal to, so dt get cancelled. So d by dt of N phi is equal to M into di. So to find the change of flux linkage, we need to find M into di, which is the product of mutual inductance and change in current. Here the mutual inductance is 1.5 Henry and the current, change in current is 20 ampere. So just finding the product, we have 1.5 into 20, that is 30 Weber. It is change in flux, so the unit is Weber. So only this much for today. Thank you.